another Thursday night. I see Crispin's wearing tights. Spam is getting in the bath. Young David's full of wrath. Paul is tightening his straps. Where on his apron you saps. Technical difficulties, they're really such a crime. Technical difficulties, they happen all the time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. She's Me is on day release. Demon sub tries not to crease. And Ewok's keeping nice and warm in bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the Candyman is opening another can. Technical difficulties, they're really such a crime. Technical difficulties, they happen all the time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. Sometimes they're salty about the gaming biz, and nobody knows who Upworlder is. Technical difficulties, they're really such a crime. Technical difficulties, they happen all the time. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop 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 time.
Boom! Hello, everybody. My God, we're starting early with the technical difficulties tonight. Fucking hell. David's internet's playing up, and then he's just grainy as fuck. My webcam's just frozen, and I've had to restart it. Bloody hell. So, if we manage to make it for the next 2 hours, way, well done us. Fuck's sake. So, hope you all had a good week since we saw you all last. Hello, Pandy. Hello, the stinky cheese. Hello, hello, Crispin. Sorry, mate. I can't remember what your something about Ben knows what you did.
Fuck Ben, he knows what he did.
Yeah, yeah. Good job, David's here. Fucking hell. Hello to Toros. Good evening to all of you. So yeah, welcome back to another stream. I just need to get rid of double David, because otherwise the echo will drive me batshit.
Where the fuck?
Where the fuck? What?
Where the fuck has my phosphor bronze gone?
Ooh,
That is an
now
interesting.
that I can't help
That
you
is an
with.
interesting
Fuck Ben,
question.
he knows
Where
what he did. Thank you. I'm surprised YouTube allowed the fuck. What's happening, YouTube? We taking the old jack boots off our throat? Are we allowed to blaspheme now? What the hell?
It's relaxed now because it's more relaxed now because it knows which user's the one that's effing and blinding.
Yeah, basically when the live stream, when we're preparing the live stream, yeah, he's now single, David. when we're preparing the live stream, I have David's audio enabled in the video link that our room for pulling all the data in. But obviously, once I go live, I also get the YouTube audio feed so I can hear my own voice. But of course, that means I get David from 2 sources with a lag of about 1/4 of a second. And it becomes really fucking disorienting unless I turn one of them off. So, yeah, it's just a thing. I should get... If I was a proper professional YouTuber, I would say to David, 3 minutes, we're going live, I'm starting the theme tune, you're now muted, don't try to talk to me for the next 3 minutes. But, of course, professionalism we leave at the door here. It's all chaos and shit. So, just roll with it. That's the way it goes. And relax. I tell you what, I'm fucking... We've got... So, if you're new here, welcome to the show. Yeah, no, you're confusing the double single thing for marital status, relationship status there, Stinky. That's not what we're on. Yeah, definitely a cheap version of Double Diamond. He has the same effect on teenage girls as well.
It depends if I put a ring on it or not.
That's what she said. Fucking hell. So, chaos and shit. That should be the name of the show, actually. That's a very good shout, Stinky. Yeah. Chaos and shit, the show. Chaos and shit, the shit show. Is that too many shits? Fucking hell. So, yeah, if you're new here, next couple of hours we'll go through our usual format. We will show you what we're going to be working on tonight. Well, which will mostly be David, because I tend to get screw all hobby done. So if you want to show me up and actually get a ton of gaming hobby done, then either put it in the chat or put it in the comments down below, either or, and then you can prove that I am the most unproductive person on the internet, which, you know. Then we'll tell you what we got up to at our gaming club on Monday night.
But you must be live streaming.
What do you mean?
What's going on?
Oh, we got more technical. What do you mean you must be live streaming? What, to compete with me?
No, you must be to compare.
Oh, to compare. Oh, yeah, right. With that. So, yeah, votes in the comments down below. Which one's Mr. Chaos and which one's Mr. Shit? I love it. Fucking
well,
hell.
there is only one answer to who is Mr. Chaos, though.
Fucking hell. Reservoir Dogs. Eat your heart out. I ain't been Mr. Pink. Goddamn faggoty pink. Right. So, yeah. Then we have absolutely no news to share. So if you're in the chat, tell us what was the news this week, because we saw fuck all that captured our attention. Certainly not hobby-wise. And then we'll get into our main topic. So again, the main topic is an entirely... I don't know if you're frozen, mate. Is David dead? That David could be gone. Oh, no. Just his video's glitching massively. What have you got, like, 1 bar on your fucking Nokia 1080 that you're fucking streaming off? Res, not the... hey! We have high res, Dave. He's a bit juddery, but he's got... Oh, no, he's gone again. We have Dave in spirit only. Ooh. Right. So I tell you what, I better go first with what we're working on tonight, hadn't I? As Dave's technical difficulties.
This is wonderful now because I can't hear Paul. I can't hear Paul in the Video Ninja feed.
Oh, hang on a minute, mate. Let me see if I can fix that my end. Let me see if I can fix that my end. No. Hello, testing. Microphone correctly selected. I have a little flickery green bar. Oh, hang on though.
No, I can hear you.
That's
I
weird.
can hear you via the YouTube feed, not the Video Ninja feed.
That is interesting. That's weird. Huh. OBS is correctly pulling. I'm going to do
Because you
something
full on disappeared
reckless.
from the Video Ninja tab.
I'm just going to do something reckless and refresh this screen, and this may kill everything. Then again, it may not. Hello?
I know you can hear us both, Crispin, but...
Can you hear me now, mate? How's that?
Can I fuck? I can hear you through YouTube, so there's a delay.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
There we go. You are here.
Right,
you are here.
okay.
I can hear your dulcet tones. Where the fuck did that go?
I don't know.
There?
I mean, I'll be honest. All I've did is I F5'd the Video Ninja browser tab and just refreshed it, because bizarrely enough, you weren't displaying in Video Ninja. Something's going on with your. I wonder if there have been some changes to Video Ninja free, sort of like. I wonder if it's some bandwidth narrowing or some shit. Maybe we need to look at other options like Discord or something for your video and audio in future. Note to self, we need to probably look at trying to fix that. Because again, you're coming through very low res. I'm wondering if Video Ninja is the problem, frankly. But anyway, we're running. Let's get on with it. So
it's poor.
It's V-poor. V-poor. Where are we? Do. Give us a camera. Do it. Oh God. Okay, don't then. See if I care. See if I'm bothered. Properties. No, don't want that one.
Which camera are you going for?
No, I'm trying to get my desktop cam to work. Blow the bollocks. No, we're not connected. We use Video Ninja because Discord's fine, but it's a bit of a fucker with the way the screen's laid out. So come on.
And we used to use Discord, and then it caused some issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Legacy-wise, hasn't it?
Huh. Oh, right. Okay. I see, said the blind man to his deaf daughter. Right, this is going to need to be fucking quick sharp. Right. Yes. Thank you. Right. Here we go. I now have video. So I'm going to go back to these fucking things. This is about the third time I've had a go at these. I just need to do black guns, buttons, shoes, probably a brown for the hair, Agrax the bollocks out of it, grey for base, and done. So I have Hello Upworld R.
Are you still not finished then?
No, mate, I haven't. I really have lost my hobby mojo recently. I've been in a real slump. I have managed to build a few more. I mean, obviously, I've been on the. Let's go back to the main screen. I've been on the bloody Carnivale thing. So this is another piece that I fully assembled over about 10 days. Just doing an hour here, an hour there. David's gone again. Great. But as I say, I do have more to go on with. But I think, as I say, I'm finding, I think, to be fair, I've done a little bit of too much of the same shit. And I've sort of like burned myself out a bit on that. So
I've disappeared.
Yeah, you're back again.
What the fuck is going on?
He's gone again. This, guys, could be a very messy stream. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to be working on. Because to be fair, it feels like it's been, 2 weeks since I've even picked up a bloody paintbrush. I'm sure you guys have the same thing, where occasionally you just get, hobby dips. And I seem to be in one of those, like, hobby fugs. You're back again. Are you getting any indication that you're dropping in and out, or is it just only when you disappear from YouTube? Tell you what, your desktop cam. Your desk cam's gone again. I don't know.
Yeah, oh, fuck off. Desk camera's there and it's live on my feed.
It's not showing in video. I think Video Ninja. I think the Video Ninja is the problem, mate, because I'm not. Put your hand in front of your desk cam for me. Okay, that's interesting.
I've got it feeding on.
Here we go on the internet. So it's working, but it is not visible in my Video Ninja tab at all. There is something seriously fucking wrong with Video Ninja here. We better, tell you what, mate, quickly show off what you're going to be doing, because I think that the whole thing is a house of straw and sticks that could collapse at any minute. I like that.
This at some point.
So it's basically your
So we've got some.
Hello.
We've got Carnivale here. We've got Dungeon Saga Origins. We've got all sorts.
You fucking 15 projects on the go at once.
We have.
Right, here we go. Vilea model color black.
I mean, should I add in some Wild West Exodus while I'm at it, boys and girls?
God, look at him. How can you keep so much? How many can keep all the balls in the air, sir?
At the same time?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, messy stream. What else is new?
Well, have you seen the state of the amount of paints I've got out at the moment?
To be fair, don't feel bad. My desk is just as bad.
Look at the sheer volume. Look at this.
Fucking hell! I don't know.
And now I've lost Paul's. Fuck.
What?
Oh, hello.
What?
TT Combat.
Oh,
we have found a problem with your paint.
Oh.
Dave,
he's just about to show off. Yes, go on.
Hang on.
That looked a little bit messy. What's this? What's this?
This has decided to seize inside the nozzle cap and then pulled out this entire lid because there's no barbs on it to keep it in. So just bear that in mind, boys and girls. The paints are good, but annoying.
Okay, so there's issues with the lids. What did it do? Just sort of like set. Right.
Yes, there's well, yeah, and pull out, and there's no serrations to hold it in.
What do you mean serrations? Like the?
Sorry.
Oh, you mean the
there's
nozzle?
No barbs on the side of the cap that press fits into the bottom.
Got you. So basically, when you pull the lid off, you just expose the whole open neck of the paint bottle. Yeah? I don't know if he can hear me now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, right. Okay.
I can hear you.
That's fine.
I can hear you.
Okay. So, yes. If you're working on anything, hopefully it's going better than our fucking chaos. So yeah. Obviously we've
Now you've gone.
oh, fuck's sake. No, it can't be to do with the fucking video screen thing. Shit. Cannot be to do with that.
I don't know.
Fuck knows. Fuck knows. Right, anyway. Let's get some painting done. So, we've had the Rob Reiner. Anybody got any gaming news or anything happening? I suppose Christmas is a lull, isn't it? Everybody's rushed everything out for Christmas, and now there's nothing new coming for any of the big companies, although except for Games Workshop, of course. Oh, what they've got?
Modifius, Vault 33 sale, boys and girls, because obviously we have a new season of Amazon Prime's Fallout, so we've got to do Vault 33 and give you 33% off everything, because that's what we do every time there's new shit coming out.
That was where was that the sale where you picked up
there.
all
I
that?
will say though.
Go on.
No, that was the Black Friday sale that I picked all that other stuff.
Okay.
And I was just about to say, actually, the Black Friday sale was better because there was £40 expansions down to a tenner, whereas those £40 expansions are now like 26 and a bit quid.
Oh wow!
So they're not as good a value as they were.
Which yeah, but to be fair though, at least that means the Black Friday event wasn't false advertising, was it?
True.
No.
Boys and girls, what was the other thing I was about to say?
We don't know. We don't live in your head. I'm just gonna go into this fucker and just hang up.
There was.
And then.
So yeah, Vault 33 sale for that. Oh, similar vein, Modifius. New 5 Parsecs expansion coming was announced just before stream. Literally just before stream via Instagram, I believe.
Hopefully my audio might work better for David now. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, good. No, I didn't play your new free game, Pandy, I'm afraid. That you sent me. So I can't say whether I'm sure it was fantastic, but as I say, my hobby mojo has been relatively low, so I didn't get around to having a look at it. So I do apologise, but I will have a look when I'm off for Christmas. So
I see Pandy did a GW and reversed his decision jokingly there, Pandy.
What's that?
I know obviously you are not doing shows next year other than Dicini. So we have got to go to Dicini, Paul.
Okay,
because
that's an interesting
choice.
choice.
Next year.
Why that one particular, Pandy? Just because it's easy for you?
Because he'd already booked it, and he'd already booked it, and he can't be asked to cancel it.
I like it. I like it. Do you know what? I can't be asked. Possibly the best reason for doing something in the world. Yeah. Let me go to. So, yes. Where's that fucking colour? Right. I am going to need to replenish this Vallejo light green blue.
Fuck's sake, man.
Right.
Just noises at this point. Where's my fucking Xandri dust? There it is.
I am in my emails now.
You're
Where
in
the
your
fuck?
emails.
Thank you.
Come on, don't
Let's
be
all
a
have a.
don't. Oh, you gonna be a cunt?
I'm just
Why are you gonna be a cunt your entire life?
I'm just loading. I'm just loading Pandy's free game he sent me. Because he sent me a PDF. So
Oh, I tell you the other thing I did this week, boys and girls. Downloaded every
piece of
applicable
dwarf porn.
download for Fallout.
Downloaded every what all the cards and shit. Oh well, that'll
And
be great.
expansions and scenarios.
Are you? Go on, mate. You carry on.
No, I'm done.
You're done. I was going to say, Pandy, are you doing the whole thing or one day in particular, sir? At UKGE. Did I notice tickets had gone on sale, everybody? I thought I had seen that they were on sale.
Why do they put them on sale in the worst month to put them on sale for?
What, the month where everybody's skint and got
With the amount of
10,000
outgoing.
other things to think about?
Yeah, exactly.
Not sure. Probably a reason. Not really sure what that reason is. Maybe it's a cash flow thing, and they want to get the money in because they know they've got expenses going.
If their year end runs January to January, it gives the books a nice top out, doesn't it?
They might have deadlines for costs related to the venue, so they want ticket sales to generate the revenue ready for that. It could be something like that, couldn't it, mate?
Could be.
Andy's
coming for the whole thing.
Superb. That sounds awesome.
But you're not exhibiting Pandy, so it will just be.
Yeah, no, he said he'll be as a punter.
Just be
a punter.
3-day boozy weekend, boys.
Yep. Drinking every day. To be fair, that's the other nice thing that I do enjoy about UKGE, because obviously living out here in rural fucking Lincolnshire, I have to drive. If I go gaming, I drive to David's. If I go to club, I have to drive. It's like there's no opportunity to just have a beer and relax when you're gaming, because you've always got to be behind the wheel. So that's the other nice thing about UKGE. You can drink a few pints every night, and it, just enjoy it, and it doesn't fucking cause you massive logistical problems with transport and shit.
No, it does, however, cause you shower problems the morning after, doesn't it, sir?
I didn't fall over because I was drunk. I fell over because I am a discoordinated 50-year-old man. That's why I fell over.
No, you fell over because you were half dead still. Just saying. You're just using the fact that you're old as a suitable excuse.
Such a lie. Such a lie. I might be old. Well, I was going to say I'm not a lightweight, but I am a lightweight now. I very rarely drink, but yeah, no. It was definitely an old age thing. Not basically throwing myself under the bus or anything.
It was.
But...
Course it was.
So you basically have got.
Monk got a fucking.
I was going to say your Fallout Wasteland Warfare. Then have you pretty much scalped out everything from first edition that is soon to be redundant, or is there anything?
I'm hoping. This shall replace the news segment, I believe. We'll go have a look, shall we? So,
are you telling me that in your OCD you haven't already compiled a list and you're able to go, no, actually, I need the following things to complete my collection?
No,
You've let
because
me
in case you
down,
haven't
mate.
noticed, Paul,
You've let me down.
there are 11 waves of Fallout
God's
Wasteland
sake.
Warfare. Exactly. So the RPG expansion book I don't want core set, I just want all of your Fallout. Give me all of the Fallout intravenously.
I tell you what, is it
Give
just
it to me
me,
now.
or is this wave model of games a really bad thing? Because
It's fucking annoying.
I'll be honest, I find it massively overwhelming. The two games where I've encountered the wave thing are X-Wing. It was a massive problem where there was just product after product after product after product. And like, because if you didn't keep up, when you went and looked at, say you go on the X-Wing wiki on the internet and it goes wave 13, wave 14, and you're just like, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? And the other one was Underworld. It's like, when you look at the actual release, the release list of Underworld, you just take a look at it and you go, nah, I'm done. No. I guess it must have its strengths, but from my point of view, I don't. It's the worst.
Right,
You what, mate?
Oh, for fuck's sake. No, I'm just falling down a rabbit hole, sir. I'm just falling down a rabbit hole.
Have you realised just how little Fallout
So if
you actually
my internet dies, it's because
own?
if my internet dies, it's because I've opened 15 billion tabs, boys and girls.
Oh God.
Oh look, the New Vegas expansion that I don't have because it's sold out. You bastards. Oh, okay, there's some nice STLs on offer in this sale. This is dangerous, Paul. Why are you making me look through it all?
All I said was, do you have it all? That was all I said.
Well, I don't know without looking through it all. At least Spam's not here to throw me under a bus, so we've got away with that.
You got away with
Where she
shopping.
rears.
Well,
I'm not shopping.
I tell you what, everybody about club, because we're coming up to past. So, club, I realised when I was uploading my pickies for the main topic that we didn't actually take any of the game itself. So, I didn't anyway. David, I wonder if... I bet Trevor didn't he? Let me see if I can bring up
They're
Discord.
in Discord, you blind fuck.
Hang on, just chill. Let me see if I
Don't
can.
tell me to fucking chill.
Because we have a reliable upworlder.
Right. In answer to your what am I missing?
Yes.
I'm missing Astoundingly Awesome Tales Volume 2. I have the Nuka World expansion. I have the Capital expansion. I have Forged in Fire. I have Into the Wasteland somewhere.
Yes.
I'm missing the Homestead expansion. I'm missing the Into the Vault expansion. I'm missing the New Vegas expansion, and that New Vegas expansion I don't think has ever come out as a PDF, annoyingly.
Oh, you are
And
joking. The one that we would want has never come out digitally.
The best one. The best one.
Awesome.
The best Fallout has never come out.
Fucking hell. That's probably a complete coincidence, methinks not. What a load of horseshit. Still, to be fair, before we get carried away, secondary market? Question mark?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a rummage because there's a sale on at the moment, and I might buy some PDFs.
The thing is, obviously, with second edition coming, people may be fickle and dump first edition stuff on the old eBay. If there are even minor compatibility issues, you might find you can pick up a steel, mate. Just saying.
Yeah.
You might want to, check that out. So yeah, David and I played Warcry. We played David's 2-player starter set, which one, mate?
Blood Hunt, which isn't
Blood
a full
Hunt.
starter set technically, if we're being pedantic, because you don't get a core rulebook with it. Because fuck you, GW. Sorry, inside voice.
Do you know what? Yeah, I remember that being discussed when it came out as being the first, the first fucking Warcry box release without a rulebook of any kind. So yeah, for me, it's my second. Oh my god, mix for fuck's sake. It's my second time playing Warcry. My first encounter was playing the original OG Warcry box back in Scotland with my mate Patrick, where we played 2 or 3 scenarios using the I think we used the core warbands, and then we had a game or 2 with some other warbands, but I don't remember what they were. It was all Patrick stuff essentially.
Yeah.
I own the second release, which was the underground one, whatever the fuck it was
Into
called.
the Catacombs.
Into the Catacombs, with the Scions of Flame and some other blokes. But I've never played it. But we played David's edition, and I found my play experience was very similar to the first time I played it, which is it's fine. It's a nice, quick dice chucker board game, I would call it. I don't think it deserves to be called a full miniatures war game. The only real strategic decisions are who run, just run at people, chuck some dice. The objective thing is as wonky as fuck. The whole flip a card for deployment, flip a card for terrain layout, flip a card for scenario, flip a card for twist. I said this at club. The thing with these super random scenario generator systems where you have like, I don't know, 32 million possible combinations of different cards, blah blah blah, is like, yeah, there might be, but probably only 15 to 20 of them give you a good game, and you'd be better off just design those 15 or 20 scenarios, put them in the book, a bit like Joseph did with Frostgrave, and then get rid of the fucking random crap where the objective layout doesn't make sense with the terrain, or the objective layout doesn't make sense with the deployment, or the terrain doesn't make sense with the fucking, the objectives, deployment.
The terrain doesn't make sense because they assume you've already bought the core game, so that you've got other terrain on the cards that you don't actually own because you didn't buy the box that had it in.
Yeah.
Sorry, GW.
Yeah. That is another massive BS attack, isn't it? Which is like, you put a load of cards in the box just to rub in the fact that there is loads of stuff I don't own. But if I go and buy it, I can play with all these terrain cards. It's like, no, thank you. Just because you've said I should, I'm not going to.
There was no need for that kick in the teeth.
Yeah. As I say, if I was reviewing Warcry, it's like, yeah, it's 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 maybe. The models are beautiful. The terrain is meh. The other thing that's irritating is the board, isn't it? Because effectively you've got
the most serviceable part of the game is the playtime.
Yes, it's very quick.
It doesn't outstay its welcome.
No. It is very quick, which is great. But yeah, it's like the board is really shiny and absolutely super low friction. So even if you exhale sharply near a piece of terrain or a model, it slides 2 or 3 inches to the left, just like, it's like, oh, fuck off. Within minutes you're thinking,
like
I wonder if they do a fabric matte upgrade.
it's
Do
like
you know what I mean?
playing
It's like,
it's like
shut
playing on a
up.
fucking ice rink, isn't it,
Yeah.
mate?
I fucking loathe and detest the critical hit symbol system as well. It's like it's basically just he's got exactly the same issue
And
as fucking Underworlds, which is like,
Underworld.
you
Throw as
know,
many dice as you can because you're more likely to crit on the fuckers.
yeah, it's
Enjoy
like
your gameplay.
ultimately what matters more? Oh, but my weapon's got a really good damage profile. It does 4 if it does crits. How many dice does it throw? 2. Okay, well, fuck that off then. How many dice does that roll? 4. But it only does 3 damage on a crit. Yeah, but you're rolling 4 dice. Double the chance of a crit. It's like, fuck off. Stupid game. As I say, if you're not taking it serious, how anybody would take this seriously and play it as a meta is like, no, you fuck off. Nope. Nope. So yeah, I think I've said enough. Go on, mate. What? Because this is your second go with it as well, isn't it? What was your thoughts?
I mean, balanced game, it ended 10 apiece.
That's true, but then
Didn't
again,
it?
I'm gonna be devil's advocate here. The scenario we played will end in a draw 8 times out of 10. Because the only way for it not to end in a draw is for you to play a super killy warband and remove half of your opponent's models before the end of turn 2. If you can do that, you're probably going to avoid the draw. But there is no other way to do that, is there?
No.
Because each model can only pick up one objective, can only control one objective. There's no advantage for having quick, agile models.
I've
You know
just
what I
been
mean?
stabbed in chat.
Sorry?
Look who's just rocked up in chat.
Oh. No, you've not missed anything important, Spam. Honestly, don't worry. It's fine. We haven't been looking at the Modifius website or anything.
Models are beautiful.
Yes.
That's about it. Terrain is nice, but fucking irritating.
What's that? The terrain is nice but irritating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It's a bit of a mixed bag. It's like you say, you don't like the trees much. I really like the bamboo fences and that sort of stuff. I get what you were saying about the trees. They're a bit, nah, take 'em, leave 'em. Not really asked.
No, exactly.
But it's fine. And to be fair, it did stimulate quite a good conversation. Before we get into the main topic, we could sort of have this conversation, I guess. I was saying to the guys at club that I would say I've had probably one of the best years of hobby in the round that I've had for ages. And there's a lot of things, a lot of factors feeding into that. I think enjoying campaign games of Frostgrave and Bolt Action is a big part of it. But actually getting round to trying some of the games that I've had on hold or on the pile of potential for a very long time that have not been dealt with, and actually me and you getting round to actually playing some of these games.
Yeah, that's been the most enjoyable part of 2026 for me. And actually, this is probably a good time for some accountability, because this time next week, boys and girls, we should all, in theory, be in a food coma because we've had Christmas Day.
That's true.
Then the week after that is the new year. So unfortunately, boys and girls, the next time you are going to see us will be, let me get my fucking calendar to give you the correct date, the 8th of January is going to be the next time you see us, boys and girls.
Yep.
But I want to do some accountability, because we set ourselves goals at the beginning of the year.
We did.
Didn't we, Paul?
We did.
We did some things. We did some agreements, and we did a bit of a catch up earlier. You failed.
No, I
have
didn't.
also failed.
I
You
did
bought a new
not.
game.
No, I
bought a new game.
didn't.
You bought a
No,
new
I
game.
didn't.
You bought a new
It was second-hand.
miniatures game.
Second-hand.
No, it wasn't second-hand, because it was new in cellophane.
Oh, shit. Okay. But I haven't opened it.
That doesn't matter.
Shit.
Rune Wars. It was Rune Wars, not the stinky cheese. I also have failed, because I said to the boys and girls,
Yes.
I was going to film some content and upload it.
That's true.
Now,
you did.
Now, technically, I've got
Okay.
some time to do that between
Shut
Christmas
up.
and the New Year.
Shut
So
up.
watch this space.
Get off. It's not going to happen.
Watch this space.
No.
I'm going to do it, and I'm going to be fully accountable and do all of my goals this year.
No, you're not.
And then we can rub it in Paul's face forevermore that he failed his 2025 goals.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Anyway, was that that can't be the only one I've failed? Surely I've failed at more than that.
No,
It's not
you
like-
haven't, because your other one was do 3D printing.
Okay, to be fair.
Which links heavily into tonight's topic, boys and girls.
Yes.
And the final one, fuck, what was it? I think it was just play campaign games.
Was it?
I don't know.
I'll have to.
Bear with me,
review-
boys and girls. I shall.
Does
I shall
anybody
go to the
remember?
internet and find out.
Hang on a minute.
I'm going to
What, babe?
find out, boys and girls. Bear with me. Go to the lives.
Oh, look at that! I get
That's
brought
Not too
refreshments.
far back.
Look at that.
Spam. I hope you're taking. I hope you're taking notes, Spam.
Why is my... Oh, okay. Hang on a minute.
Here we go.
Fucking hell. My video's frozen. I don't know how long my video has been frozen.
Don't know.
Properties. Deactivate. Goodbye, Paul. Activate. Hello, Paul. Fuck me.
You getting there?
That'll explain. I know exactly when my camera went offline. I don't know why it went off. There, it's gone again. Okay.
Anyway, while Paul's doing that,
Huh. Right. Okay, guys, we have got massive issues here. The USB on my camera is basically dropping in and dropping out. I keep hearing a pinging.
yay.
I keep hearing a pinging noise in my ear, and I've just realised what it is. It's basically the USB disconnect, reconnect from the fucking camera.
Spam has just full on fucking Julius Caesared me, boys and girls.
Why?
She just stabbed me in the back. Have you seen a comment?
Hang on a minute.
Just
I'm
sit in the
painting.
corner awaiting my boyfriend to spare the time to spend with me and or propose after he's finished hobbying and
Kid.
filming content.
Fucking hell, mate. Well, okay then. So you won't be making that commitment then over her dead body. By the looks of
Well, I
that.
can't propose at the moment because the ring is 5 to 8 weeks away minimum. Just saying.
Is that a surprise announcement, or does she know? Ah,
Oh, she knows because we went browsing the other night and was comparing notes and everything, and then found things.
you were rumbled.
So mine was go to tournaments, no new games, and make content.
Yep. Well, you did Armada.
I did go to tournaments.
Yep.
I did no new games so far. Did get weak at the knees at the last 2 weeks. And then obviously, what's it called? Content. Yeah, it's been a bit of a rough year for doing content for me.
And what were mine? Or haven't you
Yours
got
was
them
no
up?
new games. Yours were 3D printing, and then I can't remember what your final one was. Didn't we do notes on this recently? I can't remember.
Probably.
I fucking swear, somewhere on my phone should be a notepad because we went through all this recently for a stream.
Maybe somebody already checked the episode and been shouting in the chat, "You did this!"
I don't know. I'm currently ignoring Joe. Hang on, is this just a ruse? He broke that too. We don't remember, but
we will rule that he will break it. Yeah,
he broke it.
do you know what? Just go with that. Go with that. It's fine. It's probably correct. It's probably correct. I honestly cannot remember. Was it something to do with role playing?
Yours was 3D printing. What's it called? No new games. Aha, there we go. We have
He's
the
found
transcript. So,
He's found it.
No, I haven't found it. I'm just looking at the transcript because obviously it's quicker for me to scroll read than try to have you in one ear and me in another ear from fucking a year ago.
Okay, that's fair enough. You see, he's using his brain, something I wouldn't do.
I do love the fact that we swear so much that the auto-generated transcript has basically every line with some form of fucking bracket around the fact that we've just swore.
Buy only Games Workshop minis, Pandy. Wash your mouth out. Fucking Ewok. Third one, stay away from schools. That's, mate.
He's already not allowed near them.
That is a low blow. That is a low blow.
Yeah, so that my first resolution was I want to get down to some competitive tournaments and play them.
Well, while David's looking for that, although, as you can probably tell, we didn't overly enjoy our fucking inflicted misery that was Warcry. I did very much enjoy my Saturday night gaming experience, which was the latest installment of Stalingrad with my mate Ricky. So it was, if anybody's got the Bolt Action campaign book, it was, I believe, scenario 5. The gist of it is that the Germans are trying to defend a series of hills from a Russian counterattack. And the Russians outnumber the the Germans 2-1. Right, I forgot that. Sorry, I'm just checking on Pandy's PDF has downloaded so that I can look at it. Oh, that's very snazzy, Pandy. Oh, it's another one of these quick little dice games. Nice one, mate. I shall have a look. Yes, anyway, back to Stalingrad. So the Germans are outnumbered 2-1. I played the Germans. I had to defend. So there was a main objective which the Russians chose, which was the hill virtually in the center of the table. And there was 2 secondary hills that I could appoint as objectives. All of my German troops could begin dug in at the start of the game, which is a real advantage in Bolt Action 3rd edition, meaning that you can re-roll armor saves, counters down when you've been given another order. You count as down when you're given another order and can re-roll armor saves if you go down as well. So it makes you quite killy, or quite resistant to being killed, I should say, is the correct way to put it. And I'll be honest, when we started the game, I thought it was going to be a complete clusterfuck because the Germans had so little on the table. I had 2 here German infantry units, a Panzer IV, a machine gun, an officer section, and I think that was it. Oh, and an SDK half track. And Ricky had like 15 dice. He had fucking mortar teams. He had a medium field gun, a T-34. He had so much fucking stuff. 3 or 4 infantry sections. I was massively outnumbered. But I tell you what, yet again, this game was so much fun. In the end, it was 9 points to 8 to the Russians. It was so close, and we never thought it would be that close from the initial deployment and the army selection. And my experience playing certainly the scenarios from the Stalingrad campaign book is that they must have been play tested to fucking death, because they work. The scenarios work so well. Go on.
I found what your final one was, sir. So
Yeah.
it's no new games.
Yeah.
Do shit with your 3D printer.
Yeah.
And you've just been ranting about what you were doing for your 3rd one.
Which is?
Play more Bolt Action.
Hey!
Play more Bolt Action.
2 out of 3 ain't bad. So yeah.
Basically, what I'm hearing is, if I get some content recorded and uploaded,
you win.
That is me 3 for 3, and I win.
Yeah. Is this what we're gonna do? Are we gonna have like a challenge cup where we try and one up each other, so that it ends up becoming a spiral? Who could pick the easiest fucking objectives?
No,
and then we
not the stinky cheese is just pointed there. You failed the most important resolution.
Oh my god! Fuck off! Oh dear.
Me doing some content for the channel, relatively minor.
Oh.
You buying a new game when you said no new games, unfortunately, that bus sailed, mate.
Fucking cunt. Yeah, okay, whatever. So yes. Fucking, if you've never played and there are so many, it's ridiculous. If you've never, yeah, that bus sailed around the world. You're not wrong, Stinky. If you've never played Bolt Action in campaign mode, do it. The only thing that I will say, Ricky and I worked out to play the Stalingrad. Yeah, I know. Don't they look cool? Those are all on Ricky. Basically, Ricky has got such a fucking massive hobby hard-on for this game. He's been doing like the T-light explosion markers with fiber optics in, so it looks like there's fucking shrapnel flying. He has been absolutely nailing the fucking hobby on this. The stuff is, the table looks great. I'm really pleased. If you see in this shot here, we had these new terrain features. So the Stalingrad book features what are called balkas, which is Russian for essentially a dry riverbed.
Like a wadi.
Yeah, like a wadi, but the Russian version. So again, we did a bit of a scratch build, plasticard, Das Hobby, clay, grit, paint, flock, bish bash bosh, Bob's your uncle. We had so much fun with this. But Ricky's really been pushing the boat out. But as I was about to say, 24 scenarios, one a month, means 2 years to pay just the Stalingrad book. And I tell you what, with the amount of hobby that's needed to prepare for the scenarios. So like this scenario, for example, required 8 hills. So I had to go and buy some more when I was a partisan because I only had 6. But that's fine because all the time you're expanding your terrain collection and enjoying fantastic scenarios. It's just so engaging. I can't recommend it enough. And that takes us on to the main topic. So yeah, Monday, very disappointing. That's on you, Games Workshop. Saturday, fucking amazing. That's on you, Warlord. So yeah, I'm done now. I'm done fucking singing Warlord's praises for another 15 minutes. I may come back to it later in the stream. But yeah, so what you're saying, mate, by turning the New Year's resolutions into a competitive thing, is that now we need to, like, we'll be constantly choosing more. So like, you'll say, I'm going to do 3, and I'll go, oh, well, I'm going to do 4. Because if I do 4, I win.
Because basically there's only one there's only one shot, which is at the beginning of the year. You can't go halfway through the year and go, oh well, I'm gonna do some more. Do you know what I mean?
That's fine.
Unless
you
you've
just
fully completed them by like July.
Just choose 4 in January. Just constantly keep up in the ante. And it'll end up in 2035. Me and you have got a hobby resolution or a New Year's resolution to complete every week. No?
I think keep them at 3 before we end up in mutually assured hobby destruction.
Mutually assured hobby destruction. I love it. Okay. So the pressure's on then for me to win next year.
It's like an. Well, no, because I can still win this year. You can't undo what you fucked up.
Could I change the password on the channel so you can't upload anything?
Well, no, because I'll just upload it to my own channel and then just point everybody
but would
in
it
that
count?
direction.
Would it count? What exactly was the commitment?
That would be that would be petulant and petty, and you need to grow the fuck up and just take it on the chin that you lost the one that you couldn't undo this year.
I'm sure, actually, Spam's going to have something to say. about you taking endless hours filming and editing YouTube content this near Christmas. I think that that's got to be some sort of
Because
unreasonable.
she's at work next. She's at work next week. So I'll just do it while she's at work. Problem solved.
No, I'm sure there's better stuff that you need to be doing while she's at work. Come on, play the game. Come on, Spam, help me here. I'm fighting for my life here. I can't let the bastard win.
Spam will tell you that I have never been wrong. So therefore, you just need to suck it up, Buttercup.
Damn, it looks like Stinky's checked. Apparently, he didn't specify the channel. Damn you, Kropotkin. Damn you and all of your kind. Right, it's gone 9 o'clock. Let's get into the main topic, because I've actually done some painting, and do you know what? I've actually quite enjoyed it. Do you know what?
And now you want to put your brush down and do interneting instead.
Yeah, here we go. Here we fucking go again. So guys, obviously one of my New Year's resolutions was to do something with my 3D printer. Can you remember, mate? Did I get it last Christmas, or was it the Christmas before? Did it go a whole year unused?
You got it this Christmas.
It was the one just gone. I just had this awful feeling that I'd put it off forever. So, if you're a long-standing...
Christmas before was your farm sim setup.
Correct, it was. Which is behind me, by the way.
How the fuck do I know what... Ross, if you watch this later, I hope you're fucking taking notes, because I know what presents you've got him more than your own fucking husband does. Drag him over hot coals.
She's used to it, mate. She's been married to me for 30 years. She knows the indifference. Yeah, so I got given a 3D printer for Christmas. If you're a long-standing viewer, you will know that every time David got onto his ones and zeros, I was like, yeah, sounds like a load of hassle. Don't really think that's for me. Whatever. Well, obviously, my wife decided that actually I was full of shit, so she was going to buy one anyway, despite me mentioning probably at least once a month that I was determined that, just like martial arts and playing the guitar and all of the other hobbies that I used to be obsessed with, but have basically let die on the vine so that I can let little plastic soldiers rule my life, I was like, I don't need another hobby. It'll be too much time investment. It'll draw me away from the other things I want to do. Blah, blah, fucking blah. She said, yeah, or I could just buy you a 3D printer, which she then did. So, out of guilt...
I hear you, but I'm ignoring you.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I know better, so shut up. So, out of nothing but guilt, I decided to engage with this madness. So, for clarity, Ross bought me the Creality Ender 3. I think mine's the SE version. I don't think... I did have a look at some images on the internet, and mine looks slightly different, but I'm thinking there might be even a model change in the last 12 months.
There's a lot of...
there are a lot of Creality Enders, aren't there? But anyway, I have had a total epiphany. I have had a fantastic year with 3D printing, and I'm gonna, just in case you don't want to watch till the end of the live stream, I'm gonna give it away now. I was wrong. Certainly, FDM printing, that's filament printing, because obviously there's two types of 3D printing. The resin
deposition method.
Yeah,
FDM.
There's the UV resin stuff, and there's the what is it? ABS plastic filament, mate? Is it?
ABS, PLA,
Yeah.
PETG, depending on what you.
He's the technical guy. He knows. But basically, big spools of filament, melted, squirted by a nozzle, laid down in layers. That shit. That is the stuff that I'm doing. It is absolutely. And do you know what? I had a thought at work. If we'd have thought about this, I could have literally got the screen live and done every show, gone onto a website, bought an STL, put it on the fucking memory stick, and started a print. And I could have literally showed you guys how quick it is. I have spent. So I think my wife spent about 160 on the actual printer. Obviously, it was a present, so I don't know exactly. But I think it was in that ballpark. So the printer was 160. In my first year of printing, right. I had a look on my Amazon account. I've bought about 50 quid's worth of filament. And I've spent about 50 quid on STL files. I have used some free ones, but I've also bought some. So my total expenditure on 3D printing, aside from the original machine investment, if you want to set that aside, was £100 for this year. And this is a quick little photo set of everything I have printed this year, pretty much. So one of the major things that I've printed this year was a lot of Russian terrain for our Stalingrad campaign. So this is a whole series. I think there's 4 buildings and an outhouse and a cellar steps thing. You got multiple printers, Crispin. Fucking hell. So this is, and then this was the first wave of buildings that I did for Ricky. These were already painted. So I did 2 lots of buildings for Ricky, like Russian rural farm buildings. You just got a new FDM. Which one did you get, Crispin? So yes, mine does have it does do self-leveling of the bed, so it calibrates the bed and then levels it. Do you know what? There is, to mention this while Crispin's talked about it, there is only a single feature that I would want on my printer that I do not have, and that is a sensor so that it can detect when it runs out of filament and it goes into pause mode. Because the problem is
filament run out detection.
Yeah, if that's the technical name for it, that is the only feature. Yes. And I tell you, if I'm buying a printer again, that is like top of my fucking list for features to look for. Because the only 2 failed prints... No, that's not true. I've had 2 failed prints this year. Okay? Out of everything I've attempted to print, only 2 things have failed on this Creality Ender 3. The first one was my fault because I misjudged the amount of filament on the roll. It ran out, and then the machine just keeps running, basically printing air. But there isn't any way with the machine to reset it back to the point where it ran out, so you effectively have to bin the print and start again. So that was a bit of a waste. I've learned my lessons since, and I now basically, as soon as the filament is even suspiciously low, I put a small print on. I make sure I do it on a Sunday when I'm around the house, and every 15-20 minutes I just check on progress. As soon as the spools runs out and I'm down to like the last 2 or 3 inches of filament sticking out the print head, I hit pause on the machine, which resets the head, reload the new spool, press start, and it carries on. So it's like, if it just had a sensor to initiate that pause action automatically, it would be so fucking convenient. So yeah.
Versus the hot swap that I had to do on mine the other day when I was running out of filament, and knowing it was going overnight, I literally cut the filament on the direct feed where it was going in,
Yeah.
loaded in the new roll, and stood here loading it in hot while
Doesn't yours even? Can you pause yours? Because one thing I will say about mine, it doesn't seem to if you hit pause, it will. It doesn't matter if it's mid-line, mid-layer. It doesn't matter what it seems to be printing. Pausing it and then unpausing it. I've never yet spotted a printing artifact or any glitches or anything. Do you know what I mean?
I have a pause mode, but my pause mode pauses exactly where it is.
And does
so
it?
if I do a hot swap and put slightly too much pressure on, I'm gonna ooze it out to the end of the nozzle.
Well, I'm gonna shout out to my Creality. When you hit pause, it guesses why you've paused, and it relocates the print head to the front left corner of the bed, so that you can feed in the. It keeps it hot as well, so you can feed the spool in, and it melts as you feed, so you can literally push it right through the feed head, and see it coming out the bottom. Yeah. Then you can clean it and unpause it, and it literally moves to relocate. So in terms of that functionality, Creality Ender 3, thumbs up. It's just so annoying that it doesn't have an automatic way to initiate it. You've got to be manually supervising it.
I tell you what, because I haven't been around your house since you've had that set up, have
Yeah.
I need to come round your house and do some fiddling and see if we can give you a run-out sensor like Crispin's saying.
Do you think it's a part you could retroactively fit?
If it's anything like my printer, there'll be a whole setup for it where it's like a little toggleable micro switch.
Okay.
That basically is held open. So it's a normally open circuit.
Yep.
On the switches. As the filament's there, it closes the circuit, and obviously the signal goes through that it's running through.
Yeah.
When it pulls the last bit off the roll, the spring in the micro tension pops it open.
Yeah.
It becomes normally open at that point, and then it goes, hang on a minute, I've not got filament. Stinky. We know it's not necessarily for you guys, but it's the thing. We wanted to do a bit of a deep dive on it tonight, mate.
That's totally fair.
Did Paul get a better printer than me, Upwelder? Yes, Paul possibly did get a better printer, but the argument being Paul wanted a more consumer level. Paul didn't want to open up the guts of a printer and do tweaks and changes.
No.
I similarly to Paul have a Voxel Lab Aquila, which is an Ender 3 Creality Ender 3 clone from a Chinese company that doesn't exist anymore. That Chinese company was a subsidiary of Flashforge, who are fairly into their 3D printers. I had issues with my Bowden tube, etc. I didn't bat an eyelid because I only spent basically 100 quid for my printer to buy a new hot end at 120 quid from Creality. And I now have a Creality Sprite extruder. So the extruder itself is obviously where the heating element is. Mine is now what's referred to as direct drive. So the stepper motor that pushes the filament through the nozzle is directly mounted onto the hot end. Paul's is still off to one side and feeds through a Bowden tube, doesn't it, mate? Or is yours direct drive?
I don't even know what you mean exactly, but I'll describe it. If you imagine this is the print...
Hang on, boys and girls. Hang on, because what you can do, right?
Yeah.
No, just go down to my desk cam.
Yeah.
So filament down and in, stepper motor feeds in through the hot end as a direct drive.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
This is direct drive. This printer used to have this. That's why you've never had any issues with it. When this Ender 3 came, or this Ender 3 clone came, this stepper motor and the hot end that was on it at the time was up here. So I had a stepper motor here, and then that fucking what's referred to as a Bowden tube, which is basically a bit of PTFE tubing that goes into.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that shit.
That causes issues with retractions and everything.
No,
I would hazard a guess then that yours has got a Sprite extruder on it, being an Ender directly from the factory.
Probably.
Like
it's a Creality
had such good quality and no issues with it.
I think it's an Ender 3 SE crispin from memory.
Let me move people over here. So,
in fact, the one in the thumbnail is the exact model I've got. So, for those of you who can look at that. So
pay attention.
Let's go back to, so I printed about 8 to 9 buildings for Ricky. To give you a rough idea of scale, obviously these are 28mm bolt action buildings. Many of them are in multiple parts. This set were free.
Roofs are separate, aren't they?
No, this set was not free. This was, I think, £10 for this set of STLs. This was about £10 for this set of SCLs from a German guy. These STLs are way better than these. These have got some real design flaws, like these freestanding posts that have got tiny attachment points. What this whole... This section needs like a puddle base to support these. You're saying...
The other thing with these models, because did you... With these...
These are WoW, aren't they? Sorry?
Because we bought them and shared them out for Ricky.
Yeah, these are WoW.
Yeah. These WoW ones, did you run the fixed STLs that I uploaded to the Google Drive, or did you run the RAWs?
No, again, I am using... So the problem with this is the issue that always used to put me off with 3D printing. So I'm speaking as a skeptic, right? Obviously, as David said, one of the things I did not want when I went into 3D printing was a load of complicated faffing about. Okay? So, when I got my printer, I downloaded the Creality slicer that goes with the printer. That was the software I used. I didn't use any third party. I didn't go to Google and ask them what I should get, blah, blah, blah. I didn't go to Bulletin. I just said, I've got a Creality machine. I'm going to use the Creality software. I stayed in my box. And when you upload certain STLs to the slicer, it gives you a warning in the bottom corner telling you there are faults in the mesh. It even gives you warnings saying there appears to be about 3 million triangles in this, which seems overly complex for the purpose you're using it. Do you wish to simplify the wireframe? So the Creality actual software I have found absolutely easy to use, painless. It's been amazing. So, like David said, when you import these STLs, you get warnings that there are problems with the mesh, there are flaws in the mesh. I can't remember the exact wording, but it tells you that these 3D objects have got issues, which if you try and slice it now will give you
flipped
problems.
normals, I believe.
That's it, yeah. So, but
Flipped
it's got a
normals was the
button
issue that
that
I had.
it literally just says, "Do you want to fix this model?" And you go, "Yes." And then it goes, there's a little bar that takes about 15-20 seconds, and it goes, and visually you see nothing, but all of the problems are fixed. They're all sorted. So the actual Creality software I would also wholeheartedly endorse. It's got some beautiful features. So say, for example, here's a good example, like these, let's say for this barn here, I want to put a base on the front here so that these feet are actually supported and they don't keep breaking off when Ricky puts it in a box to store it. You can add primitives within the Creality render software. You can add discs, spheres, do you know what I mean? And then you can squash them, stretch them. So it'll allow you to create printable primitives,
mess around with them. Yeah.
to add them to your models without going into other software. It's got some really nice... I mean, if you were a super technical guy, you'd
think the best thing I've seen with your Creality...
Are you still there? Are you just frozen? David's frozen. Oh, no, he's back.
What?
Go on. You said the best thing with your Creality, and then you froze.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
No, I was just saying, the best thing I've seen with your Creality is your supports. You get what are referred to as tree supports, which are more like SLA, so resin supports. They come up and then they branch out and support what they need to. Because I run Cura as my slicer, and Cura isn't as advanced. I have to mess around and put supports where I want them, and then have like artifacting and that kind of thing. And my supports are very much just backwards and forwards. They're not as clean.
Obviously, the Creality slicer has when you click on the support button to support your STL, it has, I don't know, 20 settings, but I only changed 2 of them. I changed it from the standard like box frame support. Does it have a technical name, mate? I don't know what you call it, but basically anything that needs supporting.
It's just normal supports, basically.
Yeah, it just builds a scaffolding underneath anything that needs supporting, and it uses a ton of plastic and basically builds this huge frame. Okay, or you can put it into tree mode, which is what I use, where it only supports the bits. It's more like David was saying, it's more like the resin printers. It just puts tiny little tendrils out and then merges them down into thicker stems, which are hollow, so it doesn't waste too much plastic. And the other setting that I changed was that I said never put the supports on the model, always put them on the bed, so that you don't ever get a support that runs from an overhang down to the model itself, so that you've got like basically a chance for scarring the model at both ends. It supports at the top, then sweeps out so that it stands off the model. It uses more plastic and it uses more footprint on the base, but it means that the model has cleaner, because the problem with the first setting I found, if you've got an overhang and there's a scar underneath it, nobody cares because you can't see it. But the last thing you want is a scar on an upward facing surface. Do you know what I mean? So it was like...
No, because then it's really obvious.
Yeah, and the first model where I really had to play with supports extensively is coming up. Let me see if it's let's go through these. This is David's dropped out again. This is a tiny little simple print of a German Luftwaffe airdrop canister. This was a free STL, tiny little model. I literally, this is the other thing, right, that will probably you don't think about until you get one. Ricky and I were playing bolt action. We looked at the scenario we'd got coming up, and Ricky said, "Oh, I need airdrop markers for objectives." So I said, "Okay, that's fine. I'll go and print them while we play the game." So I printed the objective markers for the next game, and they were done in the 3 hours it took us to play the game. And this is the kind of thing that has really excited me about 3D printing, and why I would say I'm definitely wrong. This was another print that I did while we were playing. Ricky said, because I think the rules said that the German or the Russian forces could begin ducking, and Ricky said, "It's a shame we haven't got any sandbags to put to show that the models are dug in." So I just went upstairs and put a bed of sandbags and printed him curved ones for his weapons and straight ones for his soldiers, and it's like, and it was literally like, "Okay, mate, they're done for the next game. You just got to paint them." Now, these are pretty ropey. They're not the best, because I am running a 0.4mm nozzle. I didn't do any clever orient them at 30 degrees to reduce the, I don't know what you call it, that islanding, I call it, where you get
layer lines.
Yeah, I didn't do anything like that. I just literally like put them on the bed, auto arrange, print, fucking done.
Press go.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Painted
again,
up,
that's
they look fine.
You wanted from that experience this year. You've not wanted to fuck around.
This is a boat. I think I paid about £2 for this STL. This is a boat that I printed 3 or 4 off for our Frostgrave campaign, because the Wildwoods campaign needs small boats. These are, it's just a simple little boat. It was a couple of hours on a Sunday to print half a bed of 3 boats. Again, I haven't painted them yet, but it was effortless, and it cost me a couple of quid. Oh, there's loads of pictures missing. I'll have to. So this was a print I did early on in the year. This was a hut for my bolt action Pacific. Now this was another problem that you need to watch out for. The STL pack that David gave me, the bases to the huts are all in the wrong folders. So like you can see the extension, the bit that juts out here on this hut is supposed to take the staircase up to the door. Well, the door is on the wrong side of the fucking hut. Well, when you look in the other folders, the bloke who's done the STL pack has fucked all the bases up. So occasionally you will run into issues with the files. Touch wood, this has been the only time this has happened to me this year. It's
file organisation more than anything, isn't it?
Yeah, and again, it was easily fixed.
Not necessarily doing the right thing in organisation.
It was easily fixed. In my Windows, I turned on thumbnails instead of the list view, made the thumbnails bigger so I could see what the actual object was, and then I just dragged and dropped them into the right folders. It's like, it's not difficult. And now when I pull and drop them into the printer, I know that the base matches the hut. So it was easy to fix. Just bear with me a second. I'm going to have to, because we've exceeded the memory capacity of OBS's slideshow, I'm just going to come out and I'm just going to delete some of the older images so that I can 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So while you're
8,
just
9,
doing
10.
that, I'm just going to fill the boys and girls in on me and my 3D printing.
Okay, mate.
So in October 24, I bought a Saturn 4 Ultra and started to use it in anger this year just gone. Saturn 4 Ultra is an SLA. I've still got my FDM, and my FDM will always have a place for terrain and bits and pieces, as we're discussing tonight with pull stuff, right? So it's never
How
going
many
to
years
fully
have you been
replace
3D
my
printing? Just to set some context.
2017, 2016, 2017 was when I first got my printer.
So you're coming
So
up
I've
to a
been FDM
decade.
printing for about 10 years. Yeah, and resin, I think I'm only a couple of years behind.
Yeah.
I think resin I've had like 8 years because I had one of the original Anycubic photons.
Right. Sorry. Carry on.
So I bought a Saturn 4 Ultra because I'd finally had enough of fucking around and waiting around for what's it called? Getting stuff done from that point of view for my SLA. And oh my god, I am glad I did go to a Saturn 4 Ultra. The little quality of life things that make a difference that you don't realize make a difference. So resin is always a bit of a messy process. You've got to do your cleanup, you've got to do your wash steps, etc. You've got to cure things before you can paint them and that kind of thing. So there's extra equipment that's required. There's extra steps in the process that are essential. However, having a bed that is twice the size, if not more, of my original Anycubic photon means that per print I can do more. So I'm not fucking around with a little cleanup here and a little cleanup there. It's one big batch of cleanup.
What's the bed size on
And
your
the layer
Saturn?
times going from 12.
What's the bed size on your
I will
Saturn?
go and find that information for you in
I
a
mean,
second.
just
I don't
guesstimate.
know off the top of my head.
I think mine is about 25 centimeters squared, about 10 inches.
Yeah, no, it's not that.
It's not that big. Obviously, mine's FDM, David's
No.
is resin, so they're different printers, but because yours is fairly hefty though, isn't it? Saturn?
Yeah, it is 211 millimeters by 122 millimeters by 220 millimeters tall. So it's
Okay.
like 10 inches by just under 6 inches by 10 inches tall.
Okay. So it's about half what mine is.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But the principle being, I've gone from 12 second layers down to 3 second layers. So not only have I doubled my bed size so I can fit more shit in a print, I can also print that shit quicker than I used to be able to. The other beautiful tilt release technology that is in the Saturn 4, where the bed folds down is the wrong word, but it tilts down to release some of the suction forces when you're printing. And that has made a world of difference to the quality of the prints that I'm getting. Models that used to fail have come out perfectly first time, no re-supporting and all that kind of thing.
As your
so
friend,
it also cut
I
down
noticed
on my
that your
other
failure
work
rate went off.
That I had to do.
Yeah, I noticed your failure rate went off a cliff when you got this new one. It was immediately apparent.
Rich, genuinely, just go for the 12K. Don't go for the 16K. You shouldn't need the bed heating, and also the size difference of 16K versus 12K. You're not going to notice on models. Genuinely, if you can save yourself a bit of money, save yourself a bit of money. Goes towards resin.
I mean, Crispin said that he still uses his old printers and he's rebuilt them. I suppose that's the other thing that's nice about the FDM technology. It is fairly basic bitch. So if you're even vaguely competent in terms of, you know, hands-on engineering,
Electrical,
you
yeah.
can strip and rebuild these things. They're just a few belts. Oh, I was saying about failures. The other failure that I had was again, both the failures that I've had were self-inflicted. The second failure I had, I tried to be a clever twat and put too much on the base, and one of the supports was right on the edge of the plate, and as the machine was shifting forward, it literally fell off. The support detached from the model and fell off, and it landed under the bed. So when the machine tried to drag the bed back, it hit the support, jammed, and it stopped the whole print and said, whoa, this machine, whoa, whoa, whoa. And it just basically aborted the whole print. But again, something else that you probably don't realize until you think about it. One of the issues with running a resin printer, and David can correct me if I'm wrong, is that it's generally worthwhile filling the bed up, because the whole process of the bed, you get a UV light that exposes, and then the bed moves up, and then it exposes for the next layer, then it moves up and exposes for the next layer. That whole time-consuming process takes just the same amount of time.
The same time, whether there's one model or 15 models.
50 models. With an FDM printer, it's physically printing the model. So if you put one model just in the center of your bed, it'll print it in 30 minutes. If you pack the bed, it'll take 6 hours. But your time, you will save time by you don't lose time by printing in little bits and bobs. Do you know what I mean? There's literally no incentive to batch print. If you want to run something off quick, just run it off quick. You can do that with FDM. The other thing I'll say...
trying to find...
Go on, mate. You first.
I was just trying to find my Heath Robinson where I've fixed a support that's failed in the past. So bear with me, I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
The other thing I will say, my printer comes with the stock 0.4mm nozzle, and as Crispin said in a previous comment, I'm more than happy, to be honest, with the quality of the prints I'm getting at the 0.4. I can put a nozzle upgrade on for 0.2mm. It obviously increases the print times because it's a smaller deposit of plastic each time, but it does increase the resolution and lower the layers, the visible layer artifacts. But I'll be honest, I probably will do it, but I'm in no mad rush because everything looks fine for what I want it for. Moving on, I also got into I think I used Blender, and I created myself some custom paint trays, just simple 3D, you know. I've got a rectangular object with some cylindrical holes bored nearly all the way through it, and I just created myself some custom prints. Now, I did this in my first year, and this took me a weekend to get the hang of Blender and creating this sort of thing. So it's so fucking easy, guys. It really is. This I also want to spend a bit of time on. You can see from the way that the light is distorted on the roof that there are layer lines because it's given that strobing effect under the kitchen lights with the camera. But I want to just point out to everybody, this was my first print. I was perhaps a little over ambitious because I created a custom base, then took the mausoleum, tilted the model and sank it into the base, because this is for a Frostgrave scenario of a mausoleum that's sinking into the ground. So I literally did my first project on fucking hard mode, and it still came out like this. And I'm so chuffed with this.
You took the David approach.
Yeah, I literally did the hardest thing possible as my first thing. But it was just because that's what I needed for the game I was playing. So I was a bit like, fuck it, I'll just have to bite the bullet and go for it. And I think it came out brilliant. I mean, probably blow my own trumpet, but it was a piece of piss to paint. It printed flawlessly. It was a bit fiddly, fucking about with the model, adding a base, tilting the 3D model, cutting it at the right place so that it didn't artifact and fuck up. That was a bit fiddly, but it wasn't, the end of the world. This was my second big project. I think I did Mausoleum, mess about with paint trays, then go for this massive ziggurat. This was like my third or fourth project. And this was where I really learned how supporting works and how to do it effectively, because the first print I did, the supports put artifacts on all of these walls on this ziggurat. That's when I switched to supports, but not on the model, just on the base around the model.
Tree supports.
Yeah. Because it just gives you so much cleaner. It just gives you a cleaner look. But again, this was printed in about 8 to 10 pieces, maybe more, 12 pieces, and then glued together. Or I used basically decorator's cork, acrylic filler, to fill all the gaps, stick all the pieces together. So it was a double purpose glue and filler. And then just fucking painted it, airbrush, dry brush, job done. And I'm really pleased with it. And this is my last picture and my most recent print. I just did some little interior pieces for the game David and I are working on, which is like sci-fi consoles and chairs and computer screens. Close up, they're a little, because these are quite small. The chairs that you're looking at there are probably 25mm square. In footprint, maybe smaller. And do they look as good as if they've been done in a resin printer? No, they don't. They look a little bit rough. But do they look bad? I don't think they look that bad. And again,
no, they're not that bad, mate.
That was like an hour, 2 hours. I can't even remember. It was no print at all because there's no height to it. So the printer wazzed through that lot. This is the kind of thing where the 0.2mm nozzle was worth the investment, because the smaller you go, the more the artifacts stand out, the more the layer lines distort the outline of the model. You're right, Crispin, they would look so much better in resin, but David has already snowed under with printing. For this project, I was like, it's terrain, I'll print it. Do you know what I mean?
That's the other thing. It's knowing where and what your thing is. No, I can't find it. But basically, I've done in the past, I've had supports fail on me on the grid type supports, and I've just forced the failed bit in underneath and bridged over it. That is the one benefit of that support style over your tree supports.
Right.
You can jerry rig and carry the print on.
Okay, you could, because it's a regular frame,
you can fix
it.
Tree supports, you can't.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so I used a load of blue tack and that put in.
To come back to what Crispin was saying, the problem the issue with the 3D printing is it does take some time to actually do it. Okay, it's not zero time, it's not zero investment in terms of effort. It requires some effort. And ultimately, if David's running a bed on his Saturn, I want him printing models that we're using for our game, not terrain, that I can do. Because these need to be a whole level different. So it's about picking your battles, isn't it, mate? Picking the right tool for the job.
Yeah, again, big terrain. So some of you that have been on stream regularly will have seen I printed a Fallout Wasteland Warfare Red Rocket earlier this year, and I've half built it and stuff. Most of that was printed in FDM. I had to jerry rig and do the roof so that I didn't have a load of support material and stuff like that, because I don't mind a bit of extra work in, like, if the roof's got like underhangs, cutting it into two halfway through the model and then gluing it together with epoxy resin and stuff like that. It's no more involved than assembling an MDF kit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't mind that aspect, and I don't mind a bit of filling and that kind of thing. But the Red Rocket signs themselves that have got all the scaffolding and like the letters drooping down over the what's it called? Over the porch and everything else.
Yeah.
That I just went, I'm going to print that on resin because that's going to look shit on FDM.
Yeah.
And I can run it at the same time that I'm doing the other bits and pieces as well.
Sure.
So again, it very, very much depends entirely on what you're doing and what. There is no, should I get resin? Should I get FDM?
Another one I was thinking of, mate.
Have it as another hobby. You want both.
Another thing I was thinking of, your 15mm walls that you did for Flames.
Yes.
They look 1,000 times better in resin than they would have done even with good FDM, wouldn't they? Because the scale's just too small.
Yes.
But
similarly, good FDM, I can do it and leave it and it's done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's rough. It's just terrain. Because again, I'm not trying to put 15mm walls on a 2 foot or a 3 foot table. I'm trying to do 15mm walls on a 6x4 table.
True.
So that is a lot of resin to use.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've only got a few minutes left. As I say, my pushback on the it's another hobby thing is that it doesn't have to be. I haven't even had to exert a huge amount of discipline with myself to make sure that my 3D printing is serving the needs of my main hobby, which is collecting and painting miniatures and playing war games. And I think the real schism, as David said, is resin. Once you start getting into resin, the fact that it opens up a whole different world of options for you means that you can easily fall down a rabbit hole, to use David's phrase, and it starts to become more than just a little thing on the side. I am completely willing to admit that my cynicism about, and don't get me wrong, it's like I said about the sandbag walls. If I wanted to, there are ways that I could orient those models so that they have that the layer lines follow the contour of the model and they're less visible when you paint. There are all sorts of tricks that I could do. It means that it would need more supports, it will use more plastic, it will take longer to print, but it will look cleaner when it's done. If I want to, I can do. But I haven't felt the need to, because the quick, basic, drag it in, slice this file, you know, because it does the slicing and supporting, export the G code to my memory stick, plug it into the machine, select the file from the menu, press go, done. And as long as I don't run out of filament currently, that's about the only thing that can go wrong.
That's the one thing I will say, right? So wireless transfer of files is a night and day difference. If you're looking at a new printer, filament run out sensors, wireless file transfer is quite good. And the other thing is, let me just set my camera up again because I've put it down.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, because that loads and joins and does that. There we go. So if we come down to my camera,
yeah,
a little company based in Cornwall, boys and girls, are now making STL files for a certain game me and Paul both love. Da, da, da.
Fucking cool.
And I don't feel bad about
That looks
printing
good.
little resin scatter pieces like these to go with my Carnivale miniatures.
Yeah.
If I'm printing terrain and buildings, fuck no. Again, similarly, we've got wall scatter pieces to adhere.
Yeah, just a detail piece to stick onto a...
reliefs.
See, those... You see, this is the other thing that I think is happening more and more. Like David
and this
said...
is what you've got to print in resin. Because again, look at all that text that wouldn't be coming out if you were FDM printing this, boys.
Well,
and girls.
actually, I don't know. This is David gave me some base files to print, and they've got text on them. I'll see if I can actually show you.
Well, I've got better than that because I've got them here.
Oh,
resin.
you've got the. Okay, right. We're gonna do a side by side here. Because David's got the resin version, so take a look at that. Sector CRM 76 or whatever it is.
That is.
That's quite crisp, quite readable. Let me see if I can show you the fucking... This is what it looks like when you print that on an FDM printer. Basic bitch settings. Can we do that? Yeah. Doesn't really work. And the reason it looks like that is I've just dry brushed it. I've dry brushed it to pick out some of the detail. But yeah, FDM doesn't do this sort of thing at all.
On that is nearly obliterated.
It's not what it's for. It's virtually it's not the thing. I am completely sold on FDM printing. I have no regrets about the 12 months I've spent with it, and I will definitely be using it more as time goes on, because it's incredibly easy to find even quite unusual terrain objects. I mean, it's like, oh yeah, where can I get some Luftwaffe airdrop canisters? Oh, there you go. Somebody's already done the STL for.
Well,
it's like, bink. Okay. How precise can we be?
Can I make a suggestion to you?
Yeah.
Because you said about this the other week, actually. You have Gaslands. You have Gaslands miniatures.
Yeah.
You have some rocks that are scale indistinct and you can use, and you've got a mat. you do not have any Gaslands themed terrain. There is a metric shit ton of it available on the internet, on Thingiverse, for free, including gear shift markers and fucking containers and everything else. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
You can just do your Gaslands table and be happy with it next year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, you've saved a load of time with your chroma stuff. What you should do is, while you're building the rest of that chroma stuff, start that Gaslands table in the background
I mean,
and
to
get
be
some
fair
stuff done
though,
for that, mate.
like all I need to do really are the gates. I already have tons of containers from different companies for Infinity and 40k and that sort of thing. Um, uh, I
But they're not
could
the
I
right scale.
I could print things like jersey barriers, but the problem with that is I have a feeling that if honestly a lot of the scattery bits for Gaslands I'd probably get you to print for me because I think they'd look better in resin. Um, because again the scale is quite small. You know, those boats for Frostgrave, they're probably what, 4 inches, 5 inches long and 2 inches wide. You know,
Yeah,
that sort of scale, even the wood texture renders on my printer, which is quite amazing. Um,
yeah.
so as I say, if you are like me and you're an old git, do not be quite so cynical about FDM printing is my message. Resin is a whole new beast. David, when I went round to David's for our last
Well,
gaming
again, I'm just
session,
gonna.
he took me through his resin sort of printing setup and his the process. It's still a bit too much for me. Just from the simple multiple steps of cleanup, curing, you know, there's still too much going on there for me, I feel. Plus the fact, I'll be honest, the main use of the resin printing is models. And I'm still not somebody who needs to print models. Like, I'm happy to shop commercially for that. Um, Admittedly, money isn't an issue for me, so maybe things will be different if it was. But like I say, and for the small scatter bits that actually, because the other thing is, I have bought models for our Frostgrave campaign on Etsy because I knew David was just snowed under with shit.
Yeah,
So the giant owls, I found some giant owls on Etsy and I just said I'll buy two. I think it was 20 odd quid plus postage for two giant owls that stand about 3-4 inches tall, about 4 inches wingspan. They're pretty big models with detailed
they're
display
on
bases.
what 40 mil display bases, aren't
Yeah,
they?
something like that. And yeah, that's 20 quid on two models, so not cheap. But again, I'm the thing for me with my 3D printing is its terrain. Terrain is the thing that I'm gonna be printing most of, I think. Um, you know, uh, because that's that's the stuff, and it's not even a case of. I mean, look, I've just spent 400 quid on Japanese terrain. Look amazing. My concern is the scale. I probably will buy some of the STLs. I found a couple of incredible STL packs for 50 quid, which have got a ridiculous array of Japanese style buildings. I probably will do a test print, but my gut feeling is I'll probably be asking David to print them for me and I'll like pay him for his resin and that. Um, because again,
Yeah.
small scale is an issue for FDM even now. The other possibility is it might be the kick up the arse for me to get a 0.2 nozzle upgrade kit, which is about 35 quid from Creality. and actually just do that and see if it helps. But I hope that was useful for everybody.
It'll help. It'll never fully cure it, but it should help, mate.
Yeah, I mean, again,
And to be fair, if yours is just a standard nozzle, you don't even necessarily need to buy the nozzle kit from Creality.
no, I don't need to. I can, but again, remember, I'm taking the path of least resistance on this. I don't want this to become a burden. I don't want to be tackling compatibility issues or jury rigging solutions, or do you know what I mean? I just want.
But you have an engineer as a friend.
No, but to be fair to you, I don't want. Part of this for me is proving myself wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, I do have you.
Yeah,
I have somebody with 10 years of experience of 3D printing who I see on a regular basis and is my best gaming buddy. So, but not everybody has that. And I'm sort of seeing my role in this sort of 3D printing experiment as cynical 50-year-old grognard who thinks 3D printing is just more hassle than it's worth. Actually, how wrong am I? How easy can it be? So I know what you're saying, but to be honest, and I don't mean this as any offence, I'm just going to keep on muddling through just to see how hard it is. And I'll be honest, if I get to the point where I am saying, David, can you come over and show me how to do this because this is a twat, then that for me is a bit of a fail.
to be,
Do you know what I mean? And
yeah,
I don't mean a
no,
fail
that,
for
to
me.
be
I mean a
fair,
fail for the
I
technology.
I totally get that. Having been there, done that, got the t-shirt with nozzle stripping and changing and fucking around with them.
Yep.
It's a cunt job. There are tutorials and everything online, but you're working with everything at 200 degrees.
Yep.
And you're not looking to swap from a 0.4 to a 0.2, then back to a 0.4 on the regular. You want to go to a 0.2 and be done with a 0.2 and get it dialed in. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I don't mind coming over and helping you with that process. I totally get what you're saying, but I don't mind coming over, helping you with that process so we can get it dialed in and as fucking nailed as we can for you.
Yep. This is the other thing that I will.
Higher quality nozzle, mate.
This is the other thing that I will say, and this is where David's experience fed into my decision. When you do buy your first 3D printer, you will get a small, probably 2-3 meter spool of sample filament with whatever brand it is. If you're lucky, you'll get a full 20 meter or 10 kilo roll with it, or whatever they are. 5 kg are they, the fucking rolls?
Yeah.
You'll probably get a full spool.
Kilo roll.
But when you've used that and you make the decision to commit to a filament, don't chop and change. So when I went on, what is it, something in a D6, that channel that you always go to for 3D printing, you've showed
Once in a 6-sided.
Once in a 6-side.
The Australian guy.
Yeah. I went to Once in a 6-side for some tips on where I should be going for filament. This guy put me onto the Sunlu PLA. So I used the Sunlu PLA in black. It is available in loads of other colours, but actually you'll be surprised how much the colour affects things like your bed temperature and your nozzle temperature to get the printing flawless. So even though you think, I could print this in green.
Just the normal PLA or the PLA matte?
I think it's the normal, because it's not particularly matte. But I could be wrong.
Again, going on what Paul just said, I bought 2 rolls of Sunlu earlier this year. I bought a roll of matte olive green and matte clay. The matte clay, same brand, same company. The matte clay, beautiful, can barely fault it. I just had to tweak my settings slightly to what I'm used to because I mainly print with a silver or a grey filament. This green matte roll is fucking dog shit. It's absolutely fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I'm having to print it 20 degrees hotter. I'm having to fucking nursemaid it and all the other shit that goes with it. It's just a fucking nightmare. And that's Sunlu. Now, okay, that's Sunlu matte, but you, again, similarly, don't make the mistake of, oh, well, all Sunlu will be good. Because Sunlu matte, in my experience, is fucking shit.
Yeah.
This cheap, deeply space grey that I've got on here that's like a metallic-y silver, fucking cannot fault this. And the only reason I changed over to deeply is because I used to buy Prima Value silver and have about 5 kilos of it sat up top waiting because I had it on an Amazon subscribe and save. Cancelled the Amazon subscribe and save, opened my last roll, and when I opened my last roll, I went to order some more off Amazon, and guess what? It was a 6 to 9 month wait to get more in. So I had to shop around fucking quickly to find some alternatives.
As I say, because of David's experience with filament, I saved a ton of time. This is the one time I did go to Reddit or wherever the hell I went, some forum, and I googled Ender 3 settings, Sunlu PLA black, and somebody said bed temperature X, nozzle temperature Y, you're good. I put them in. I wasn't entirely happy. I think I upped the bed temperature by about 5 degrees, something like that, just so it was a little bit stickier. And that's it. I haven't had to fuck with anything. I bought the same PLA for the whole year.
That's the other thing. You've not done any of the stuff that I've done when I set up a 3D printer, like fucking E-steps calibration, X, Y, and Z step calibration, and all of that stuff to make sure all that's right in the background. Then look at your acceleration and jerk settings. That's what I mean. Yours is literally fresh out of the box and it's fine.
It literally,
particularly, again, when I changed this over from a Bowden to a direct drive, I had to do all of that again. So I've had to set this printer up twice.
Yeah. As I say, when you get it, it gives you a little STL to print, which is like a scraper. So it actually, your first print on using the machine is a tool to help you lever things off the bed. So you use this as your calibration. You run the calibration setup throughout the box, print this, and if this prints, you're done. And I haven't fucked around with anything. Obviously, when I switched to the black filament, the new one, I did a test print of the classic little boat that you do, that everybody uses. Yeah. And again, I just did a couple of prints of that because it wasn't sticking to the bed hard enough. So I just wanted the bed just a touch hotter to keep the plastic soft so that it stays gripped. But other than that, did it once, never done it since. So yeah, we're done.
Because do you know off the top of your head what your settings are?
What my settings are? Haven't got a fucking clue.
Roughly.
I tell you what though, I can open my Creality.
And that's that. Well, I was going to say, that's the difference here, because I can tell you the bed temperature on my printer is 65 degrees. I can tell you my print temperature is 205 to 210. It depends a lot on the time of year. In summer, it'll be down at 205. In winter, we'll be up at 210. Can't tell you like the running speed and that kind of thing. But again, I'm always 3 walls and about 5% infill, if that. All of that is stuff that I've just got fucking hardwired and encoded away. But again, this is a hobby for me. This is what we've said multiple times this evening. Paul is very much plug and play consumer.
Yeah, I think all of my infill settings, they're all default. I think it runs at default 15%, something like that. I'm just going to see if I can find the profile in the Creality software because it's all saved. 230, 50-degree bed. 230 nozzle, 50-degree bed.
So you're running your bed a bit colder than me, but you're running your nozzle a lot hotter. But you're running black, which explains it, because I'm running grey. I don't need to run it as high.
Yeah. And as I say, I haven't had to change it at all during the year. Everything as I say, I've had 2 failures. They're on me. Because one was I tried to crowd the bed and the support fell off the edge. And the other one was I ran out of filament mid-print and binned it. So, do you know what I mean? The machine has not failed as such. I've failed as the operator. But the
You've
machine
also failed in your New Year's resolution, but we'll gloss over that and we'll round it out for the year.
Do you know what?
Otherwise, we're going to keep waffling.
If we did gloss over that, that would be heaven. That would be a luxury if we could gloss over that, for fuck's sake. Right, guys.
You're never living that down for the next 5 years, mate.
If we're 15 minutes over, that was a massive ones and zeros. We promise not to talk about 3D printing ever again. Well, maybe just a little bit. But as I say, I just thought that would be useful for some people who were like me and a little bit hostile to the idea of doing it. As I say, FDM, look at it. Don't assume a lot of your assumptions are correct. Thank you very much to the people in the chat. As usual, our co-stars have made the stream much more pleasant for us and hopefully for you as well. If you can only find time to do one thing, please click on the like button. If you want to do the share, comment, subscribe stuff that YouTube likes everybody to do, then you do that if you want. That's up to you. And with that, I think we're going to be out of here. And we have a good Christmas. Have a good New Year. We will see you after it's all over. With our haul of presents and the massive amount of hobby we managed to get done while we were away from, the real world and lost in our little world of play. And we'll see you guys in 2026.
It's another Thursday night. I see Crispin's wearing tights. Spam is getting in the bath. Young David's full of wrath. Paul is tightening his straps. Where on his apron you saps. Technical difficulties. They're really such a crime. Technical difficulties. They happen all the time. It's Yellowbelly Tabletop 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 time. Cheese meat is on day release. Dan still tries not to crease. And he walks keeping nice and warm. In bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile the handyman is opening up the can. Technical difficulties. They're really such a crime. Technical difficulties. They happen sub tries not to crease. And Ewok's keeping nice and warm in bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the handyman is opening another can. It's Yellow Belly Tabletop time. 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 Cheese Wings on day release. Damn me up tries not to crease. And Ewok's keeping nice and warm in bed with Russian uniform. Meanwhile, the handyman is opening another can.